Hello friends, welcome to Affairs Cloud Learn to Lead. This is Ashu and today we will discuss very important current affairs of 20th and 21st of December 2020. You can see here two best images of the day, but today we will discuss 10 to 11 very important and the most important current affairs of 20 and 21st of December. But before proceeding, I want to discuss about Affairs Cloud subscription, that how you can buy our Affairs Cloud subscription and how you will get the benefit from this Affairs Cloud subscription. Now, first of all, you can get our Affairs Cloud subscription with two methods. You can visit our website, that is affairscloud.com/current affair, or you can directly go to the description box of this video, and under the description box there is a link given, and by clicking on that link you can directly reach the subscription area. What you will get in the subscription? You will get the daily wise PDF, and in the daily wise PDF we are providing you two PDFs. One is related to theoretical current affairs of particular day. Second is the question and answer format of particular day current affairs. Next is the weekly PDF, all the current affairs arranged according to the week so that you can revise the weekly current affairs very eagerly. Next is the weekly test. It is very important to evaluate yourself so that you can evaluate that how much current affair you can revise and how much current affair you can retain for the long time period. Next is the monthly PDF section, and it is the most important section because in the monthly PDF section we are providing you 5 PDFs. One is related to the theoretical current affair of the month. Second is the question and answer PDF. It means all the theoretical current affairs will be provided to you in the form of question and answer. Next is the pocket PDF. As it is by the name you can guess that it is very important to revise the current affair very quickly. Next is the banking, finance and the economy PDF. It is very important for those aspirants who are preparing for the banking exam. And last but not the least is the PDF top 100. It means top 100 current affairs of particular month will be provided to you in the form of question and answer so that you can revise and retain the current affair for long time period. And all these things comes at very minimal cost, guys. If you visit the website or go to the description box link, then you will definitely surprised to see the price. And on that minimal price, we are providing you 10% extra discount. How you will get the 10% extra discount? When you will use this code S10, then you will get the 10% extra discount. So let's move to our today's session, that is 20 or 21st of December, and today's night we will definitely upload the 22nd of December current affair. So watch live these current affairs at 9 or 9:30 p.m. Today's 9 or 9:30 p.m. Let's start today's current affair, that is 20 and 21st, and here is our first important section, that is the most important questions. So let's start here, and here is the first question. 35th edition of Indo Corpet 2020 held between the Indian and which country navy? Now two things are important under this question. One is this keyword Indo Corpet 2020. Second is it is between India and which country navy? It is a naval exercise. So these two things are important, and by the name Ind you can guess it is India. I am talking about India, and by the name Indo I am talking about which country. You have to tell me, and please pause the video and give me answer. And guys, answer is very simple because by Indo you can guess that country is Indonesia. Country is Indonesia. You can remember one more important thing under this question, that recently Indo-Thai Corpet also took place in India, that is near about Andaman Nicobar Sea and near about state of Malacca. But Indo-Thai is between India and Thailand, not the Indonesia and Thailand. So remember, it is between India and Thailand. But Indo means India and Indonesia, and it is a maritime or the navy exercise. So remember, Indonesia. Indonesia is very important. Who is the president of Indonesia? That is Joko Widodo. Remember, currency is Indonesian rupiah and capital is Jakarta. Remember this. This is most important question. Mark under the most important because of two things. And guys, you can see here Indo, that is Indo Corpet between the Indian Navy and the Indonesian Navy. Now we are moving to next question. India's first center of excellence for skill development in power sector launched in which state? Mark under the most important question because it is the India's first center of excellence which is related to power sector and for providing the skill development. And guys, this center is launched by the Minister of State Skill Development, R.K. Singh. And this center is launched in which state? This center is launched in Haryana, and exact place is Gurugram. So you can remember the exact place or you can remember the state also. So you can see here R.K. Singh, the Minister of State for the Skill Development, launched this Center of Excellence in the Gurugram, or you can say the Haryana. You can also see here, exact place is the Gaval Pahadi, Gurugram, Haryana, and it is in the campus of which institute? It is in the campus of National Institute of Solar Energy, that is also known as the NICE, National Institute for Solar Energy. This center of excellence will serve as the platform to create a robust cadre for the certified trainers and assessors across the country. It means they will collaborate all the trainers and the assessors so that by these trainers and assessors, they can reach the public in the sector of the power sector. So you can see here, these trainers and assessors will provide further the skill training to the candidates to improve their status of employability in the field of electricity, automation, solar energy sectors. Because you all know that India's target in 2022, that how much energy India will produce till the 2022 in the green energy source or the clean energy source, that is 175 gigawatt. Out of 175 gigawatt, 100 gigawatt is related to solar energy and 60 gigawatt is related to wind energy. So guys, it is request to all of you that you have to tell me the 15 gigawatt distribution in the comment box, that these 15 gigawatt India will produce in which sector or by which clean energy resource. You have to tell me in the comment box. So all have to comment in the comment box, because I am reading all the comment box. And guys, please like this video so that we can provide you more videos on the different contents. And this is to provide the employability so that they can provide the skills related to electricity, automation and solar energy sector, and by this skill they can get the job very easily. So this is basically for the power sector skill development. So guys, 2 or 3 things are very important under this question. One is, who is the Minister of State of Skill Development? You already know, that is R.K. Singh. And where this center of excellence in the power sector, that is the first center of excellence in the power sector to provide the skills related to the power sector so that they can get the employment. And this is basically inaugurated in Gurugram, because similar type of agreement basically signed between Ministry of Shipping and the Ministry of Skill Development for providing the skilling, reskilling and upskilling of the manpower in the port and the maritime sector. So this is related to the power sector. Earlier it was signed with the Ministry of Shipping, or you can say for providing the skill in the manpowers in the port and the maritime sector. So this is basically in the Haryana, and it is in the campus of, this is already existing campus, that is known as NICE, National Institute of Solar Energy. If you belongs to Haryana, then it is the most important question for you guys. Now we are moving to next question. Which country joined Indian Ocean Rim Association as its 23rd member? It is the most important question, because already this organization has 22 member, and by the question you can guess that 23rd member is which country, and I'm talking about which country. You have to pause the video and give me answer, and guys, you can match answer with me. Answer is France. You have to remember 23rd member country is France. Mark under the most important question. Most, because Indian Ocean Rim Association is only organization at international level which is managing the Indian Ocean area, so that the China conflict can be reduced or the China authority can be tackled. So that's why this organization is very important. Indian Ocean Rim Association, as a 23rd member is France. Now second question under this question is very important, that where this association held its meeting. It means which country hosted Indian Ocean Rim Association meeting. It is the 20th meeting of Indian Ocean Rim Association. You can see here, which country hosted 20th Indian Ocean Rim Association Council of Ministers meeting 2020. So again, the question is most important, and answer is United Arab Emirates. Remember, from 2019 to 2021, chairman of Indian Ocean Rim Association is United Arab Emirates. And who is the vice chairman? Vice chairman goes to Bangladesh. Remember, Bangladesh is the vice chairman of Indian Ocean Rim Association, and this country UAE hosted this 20th meeting of Indian Ocean Rim Association of 2020. So you can see here, UAE to host 20th IORA Council of Ministers meeting. You can also see here, Indian Ocean Rim Association is an international body comprising the coastal countries that border the Indian Ocean, and total member countries now 23. Earlier it was 22. And it was previously named as Indian Ocean Rim Initiative. You can remember that also. United Arab Emirates is the chairman from the 2019 to 21, and who is the vice chairman? That is Bangladesh. It is the only ministry level organization that focuses purely on the Indian Ocean Rims. I already covered this point, and this organization was established in 1997. Total member countries are 22 and 10 dialogue partners, but now these countries are 23, including the France. You can also see here, India has contributed as coordinating country in the two priority areas of IORA, Indian Ocean Rim Association, and India basically worked on the disaster management and science and technology. So you can just remember by to enhance your knowledge. And its secretariat is in Mauritius, and it is in Ebene or the Eben. So you can remember exact place of the secretariat, that is in Eben, or you can just remember the country, that is Mauritius. So remember 2 or 3 points. One is where this IORA organization or the association placed, that is in Mauritius, headquarters is in Mauritius. Second, how many countries are member? 23 countries are member, including the new country, that is France. And which country hosted this meeting in 2020? And this answer is United Arab Emirates. So remember these 3 things, these are very important. So we are moving to next question. What is the rank of India in the Human Freedom Index 2020? Mark under the most important section, because in the last 2 days we also covered one question, that what is the rank of India in the Human Development Index. In the Human Development Index, India's rank is 131st, but in the Human Freedom Index, that we are covering the both economic freedom and the individual freedom, and the answer is 111th, and it is out of 162 countries. So remember, India's rank is 111th out of 162 countries. You can see here, India's rank is 111th, and out of 162 countries, it is human freedom, and it belongs to the individual freedom and economic freedom as well. Which country topped this index? That is New Zealand topped this index. Switzerland is on the second, and Hong Kong is on the third. You can also see the data here. First rank goes to the New Zealand, second rank goes to Switzerland. You can remember just first 2 countries, but you can also remember Hong Kong rank is third. Syrian Arab Republic rank is 162. That is the last country. It means no freedom is given to the citizens of this country. So remember this. And guys, remember one more important thing under this question, that this index is released by which institutes? One is the Cato or the Cato Institute of United States. Second is the Fraser Institute of Canada. This is most important because earlier only this institute basically published this report, but from the last 2 or 3 years, these 2 organizations is publishing this type of the report. Cato Institute of United States, second is the Fraser Institute of Canada. And guys, you have to remember the data which are taken under this index is from 2008 to 2018, and India ranked 110 out of 162 countries. India's rank in the individual category in the personal freedom is 105. You have to remember, 110. But in the economic freedom, India's rank is 105. In the personal freedom, India's rank is 110, and in the economic freedom, India's rank is 105, slightly on the improved side. But if you are talking about the region wise, then in South Asia, India's rank is 10th rank among the 17 countries. 10th rank among the 17 countries if you are talking about only the South Asia. So you have to remember 2 or 3 things under this question. Which country topped this index? What is the rank of India? 111th. But if we are talking about individual, personal freedom rank is 110th. Economic freedom is 105. If you are talking about UPSC, then they can ask this type of the term. But if you are talking about the simple exam, then they will not ask this type of the detail. They will ask simple the personal freedom. That is the total freedom index. And region-wise, South Asia's India's rank is 10. So these 2 or 3 things are very important. You have to remember. So we are moving to the next question, and here is next question. Who gets the 6-month extension as the chairman of National Highway Authority of India? That is the most important organization of Government of India, and mark under the most important section. And please pause the video and match the answer with me. Answer is Sukhbir Singh Sandhu. Sukhbir Singh Sandhu, IS officer of 1988 batch, and you have to remember because NHAI also established in 1988. That is a coincidence that 1988 NHAI also established, and this Sukhbir Singh Sandhu also belongs to the which cadre? Uttarakhand cadre of the 1988 IS batch. So remember, National Highway Authority of India chairman is Sukhbir Singh Sandhu. You can see here, Sukhbir Singh Sandhu gets the 6-month extension. Now he will retire on which date? But you don't have to remember the date because date is not important for you guys. It is not so much important, but you can remember now he will retire on the 21st of July 2021. Now we are moving to next question. Who won the silver medal in the 57 kg category at the Individual World Cup 2020? This is a new kind of term, that is Individual World Cup 2020. Because the exact championship or the World Cup not took place due to the COVID-19. So that's why they just are hosting Individual World Cup 2020 because of the COVID-19. It means they are basically inviting the individual categories and they are basically organizing the event. And it is individual World Cup 2020 and it is wrestling because this lady, or you can say not a lady, this girl basically won the first and only medal winner in the event where Indian side was represented by the 24 wrestlers, and she won the first and only medal winner. So remember, and answer is Anshu Malik. Remember the name, answer is very important because question is most important. That's why answer is most important. Anshu Malik. So you can remember she belongs to which game? She belongs to wrestling because I am talking about 57 kg category. You can see here the picture of Anshu. That's why I am saying the very young girl who won this type of the medal, that is silver medal in the individual World Cup. And this World Cup, individual World Cup, is hosted by which country? It is hosted by Serbia, and exact place is Belgrade. That is the capital area, Belgrade. You can also see here, she won the first and the only medal winner in the event where Indian side was represented by the 24 wrestler, but she was the only capable person who won this award. In the gold medal, she fight with the European champion Anastasia, but Anastasia won the gold medal and Anshu won the silver medal. And she is just 19-year-old and won her first international medal in the third event. And individual World Cup came as the replacement of the 2020 World Championship, which was cancelled due to the less participants because of the pandemic. And it was cancelled earlier, but now they are basically hosting the individual World Cup. So remember, the country here is Serbia and capital is Belgrade. Now we are moving to next question. You have to just remember the name of Anshu Malik. Now we are moving to the very important question, and here is the first question in the very important section. PayU collaborated with to introduce tokenized payment flow for the merchants in India. Now here most important word is this tokenized payments. What is this tokenized payment? So guys, it is the process of protecting sensitive data by replacing it with an algorithmically generated number called a token. And the Google Pay users can make repeat payments seamlessly and securely as the information of this card is tokenized and digital token is linked to the phone. It means they will provide a number to you by the phone message, and you can provide this number to the merchant, and the merchant will dial this number or basically enter this number on his phone. Then the basically total transaction will take place. And this is not Amazon Pay, this is not Money Pay, this is by the Google Pay. So answer is very simple. Answer is Google Pay. I will already tell this answer. So PayU and Google Pay introduced tokenized payment flow in India. You can see here the collaboration enables the merchant of PayU to offer Google Pay users the option to use their debit cards, credit cards, Google Pay UPIs to make repeated payments without the need to physically share their card details, because you have to just enter one time the card detail, and by entering this card detail they will provide you one algorithmically generated number, or you can say one token. Like I am just taking example like ADB. So they are taking this example AD2, or you can say AD2. So you will give this number to the merchant, and merchant will basically put this number on his phone. Then the total transaction will take place. So this is basically the purpose of the tokenization. Google Pay users can make repeat payments seamlessly and securely as the information of the card is tokenized and the digital token is linked to your phone. It means you don't have to give any type of the detail to the merchant. So I already covered this tokenization. So guys, remember it is PayU, and we are talking about Google Pay. PayU is not important for you, but you can remember the headquarter of PayU. Headquarter is in Netherlands, and Google is important for you. Google's CEO, all you know, Sundar Pichai, and headquarters is in California, USA. Remember this. Now moving to next question. Who addressed the 2020 Global Technology Summit 5th edition? And guys, this question you can mark under the important section or in the very important section, but I am marking under the important section and putting this question in the very important section. Why? Because the Global Technology Summit is not linked with the Ministry of Technology or the Information Technology. It is linked with the Ministry of External Affairs, and answer is S. Jaishankar. Subramaniam Jaishankar, you can remember, because Global Technology Summit is one of the summit which is organized by Ministry of External Affairs. So answer is S. Jaishankar. You can see here S. Jaishankar addressed Global Technology Summit. You can also remember the theme of this Global Technology Summit is geopolitics of technology, because everyone in every country is using the technology, especially the you can say the money transfer system or the payment system, because all world is now digitalized, and in India, due to demonetization and due to the COVID-19, maximum persons are now using digital technology to transfer the money or basically to use the daily pay transactions. Global Technology Summit is one of the 4 flagship annual conferences which is organized by Ministry of External Affairs. It means Ministry of External Affairs organizing 4 type of the annual conferences. One is Global Technology Summit, second is Raisana Dialogue, third is Geo-Economic Dialogue, and fourth is Indian Ocean Conference. And S. Jaishankar argued for the reformation process in the United Nations because India want to become a permanent member in the United Nations Security Council. Because in nowadays, India basically selected for the non-permanent member for 2 years from 2021 time period starting from 2021. India is basically a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. So remember this thing, and it is again very important thing. So remember geopolitics of technology. This is the theme of Global Technological Summit. Move to next question. Which college receives award of merit in the 2020 UNESCO Asia Pacific Award for the Cultural Heritage Conservation? Recently in 2020, UNESCO started this type of the award that is known as the Cultural Heritage Conservation, and this college basically provided with the award of merit by the UNESCO. So 2 things are important under this question. One is UNESCO, second is the name of the award, Cultural Heritage Conservation, and third thing is the award of merit. This award of merit is basically provided to the 3 organizations, under 2 organizations, and one is the college, and here college is the Amar Singh College. Remember, Amar Singh College of Srinagar. You can also remember the exact place of this Amar Singh College, that is in Jammu Kashmir, Srinagar. Srinagar's Amar Singh College Conservation Project honored with UNESCO Asia Pacific Award for Cultural Heritage Conservation 2020. You can also see here, it is the first international award given to the cultural heritage in Kashmir. Amar Singh College, Srinagar, Jammu Kashmir received this award of merit, Asia Pacific Awards for Cultural Heritage Conservation. I already covered this. UNESCO introduced this special recognition for sustainable development in 2020 awards because they just want to recognize those personalities, those colleges, those institutions or the organizations who are working for the sustainable development. And one of the college or the higher institution is this Amar Singh College of Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir. You can see here the list. That's why this is not the most important. This is the very important question because award of merit won by these 3 organizations. One is basically belongs to China, not important for you. Amar Singh College I already covered. Third, you can remember this Malabari Hall building, Seva Sadan Society. It belongs to Mumbai, Maharashtra. You can also remember this. You can also remember the Sustainable Development Award. It goes to the Sundar Nursery of the New Delhi. You can remember this also. You can also remember Award of Excellence to the Sundar Nursery of New Delhi. This is again important, Sundar Nursery. If you basically know this Sundar Nursery, then you can write the answer or you can basically pick the option in the very good seconds. It means you can save some seconds by reading this question just as a Sundar Nursery. So remember this, and here organization is important. Yes, UNESCO is important for you. Where is the headquarter of UNESCO? UNESCO's headquarter is in Paris, France, and member countries are 193 and Director General is Audrey Azoulay. Audrey Azoulay. Move to next question. Which country's space agency launched Soyuz rocket carrying 36 UK telecommunication and internet satellites into space? So this is interesting question because this satellites, telecommunication and internet satellites belongs to United Kingdom and a huge number, that is 36 number of satellites. It is launched by which country? So match the answer by pausing this video and match the answer with me. Answer is Russia. The space agency is Roscosmos. So remember, and Russia launches these UK telecom satellites into space. You can also see here the satellites were made by British company OneWeb. It is basically a bankrupt company in April 2020, but this company is purchased by UK government. And Indian telecom giant Bharti took over the company with 500 million investment. It means the question can come that OneWeb company is purchased by United Kingdom government and which company of India? That is Bharti. OneWeb will make its internet service commercially operation by 2022. So remember here, OneWeb, it is purchased by Bharti and the UK government, and this company, this British company, basically made these type of the 36 telecommunication and internet service satellite, and it is launched by Russia. Remember this. Move to next question. Which state launched Parishram portal with 22 online services of different labor laws and employee state insurance department. So these services are basically related to the labor laws and employee state insurance, so that maximum to maximum industries get the benefit of these type of the services, and they can avail these type of the services by the Parishram portal. So this Parishram portal is launched by which state? I am talking about one state, and the state chief minister is one of my favorite chief minister. If you are basically watching the videos regularly, then you can guess which state chief minister is one of my favorite chief minister. I am talking about Naveen Patnaik, and the state is Odisha. So remember, Parishram portal is basically launched by which state? It is launched by Odisha, where Simlipal Biosphere Reserve. Simlipal Biosphere Reserve is there, very important biosphere reserve. It is also a tiger reserve, very important. Bhitarkanika National Park is there in the Odisha. Olive Turtle Preservation Park is there in the Odisha. Very important things basically comes under Odisha, and Odisha is very famous for the Naveen Patnaik dynasty. Remember, very simple and very kind person. So you can see the picture here. CM inaugurates Parishram portal, and they will provide the services to the labor and the ESI department to avail online. They will provide total 52 services, already 22 started. So you can also see here, these 22 services will be provided under 5T initiative. You have to remember this word also. 5T means technology, transparency, teamwork, time leading to transformation. So this is the basically 5T. The online services will help in ease of doing business because they are basically the labor laws. That's why the maximum to maximum investment can take place in the state and also contribute to industrial development of the state. The portal benefit the industries, commercial organizations, small entrepreneurs and the public, because they can get the benefits like registration certificate, license, approval of design of the plant, any renewal of the project, or any relevant services related to the labor laws and any kind of the industries. The portal will maximum to maximum provide the services of the 52 types. So remember this. And guys, this Parishram portal is very important for you. Remember, Simlipal Tiger Reserve, Satkosia Tiger Reserve is also there. You can remember Satkosia, Satkosia or Satkosia Tiger Reserve is also in the Odisha. Bhitarkanika National Park is also in Odisha. Next is who wrote the book O Mizoram, Book of English Poems. By the name, you can't guess this is book related to the English poems. So remember, O Mizoram is related to the English poems, and this book is launched by our Vice President, one and only Vice President Shri Venkaiah Naidu. But this book is written by the Governor of Mizoram. Answer is P.S. Sridharan Pillai. So this book is written by Dr. P.S. Sridharan Pillai. You can see here, Om Mizoram is a book related to the English poems, and this book is written by Dr. P.S. Sridharan Pillai. He is currently the governor of Mizoram. Now we are moving to important sections, guys. And here is our first question, the important. What is the name of the Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs, United Kingdom, who recently visited India? Nothing important under this question. Just remember the question as I am saying. What is the name of the Secretary of the State for Foreign? And name is the Dominic Raab. You can see in the picture, United Kingdom Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab, 4-day visit in India from 14th December to 17th of December. Just remember, the examiner can ask this type of the question. It looks important, so that's why we covered this type of the question. Now we are moving to next question. ADB, that is the Asian Development Bank, and Government of India signs 4.21 million facility for which state urban and tourism development project? Very simple. Asian Development Bank and Government of India just tie up for some amount of the facility so that they can provide urban and tourism development project in the which state? So the answer is Tripura. Remember, I am talking about which state? Tripura. It means ADB will provide this type of the money facility to Tripura by a Government of India so that they can transform their urban area and also develop the tourism development project. Because if they are developing the tourism development project, it means they can enhance the tourism, and the northeastern states, which basically belongs to the cutoff area from India, but they can basically attach from India. So this is the basic benefit of the state Tripura. You can see here, Asian Development Bank signed this type of the agreement to Government of India for the infrastructure projects in Tripura. Just remember ADB and Tripura. These two things are important under this question. That's why I put under important section. This is the first PRF project readiness finance facility for a northeastern state of India. Remember, Tripura is the first state under this project which is signed by the Government of India with the ADB. And remember about ADB, Asian Development Bank, total countries 68 who are member countries of ADB, including India. Who is the president? Mast Sugu. Masugo is the president. Established in 1966, and where is the headquarters? In Manila, Philippines. Remember this. This is important thing about ADB. Now we are moving to next question. Former Liverpool and France manager Gerard Houllier passed away. He was also the coach of the Liverpool football team, and very important and very famous Liverpool football team. So remember the name just, Gerard Houllier, but it is not so much important that examiner will ask, but you can remember by the name, Gerard Houllier. Move to next book. It is Reporting India. You have to remember this book because this book highlights the last 50 years of India. Last 50 years especially, like Indo-China War, rise of Indira Gandhi, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel death, Rajiv Gandhi attack in the Colombo. That is all events marked under this book that is known as Reporting India, because it is written by a journalist that is known as Prem Prakash. And this journalist belongs to which organization? Asia News International. ANI, Asia News International, and he's the chairman of this organization, Asia News International. And this book is launched by our one and only favorite External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. Remember, launched this book. So it is caption here, my 70-year journey as a journalist. So Reporting India, my 70-year journey as a journalist, Prem Prakash. So remember, this book is written with so much of prem or the love. You can remember by this quote. Now we are moving to the one-liner important points. Here is Justice S. Muralidhar was elevated as Chief Justice of Odisha High Court, just you can remember. And recently we covered who is appointed as the Chief Justice of High Court of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. So I am requesting you all to comment this answer in the comment box, that who is appointed the Chief Justice of Ladakh and the Jammu Kashmir. Next is NPCI introduced RuPay contactless feature. So nothing important, that National Payment Corporation of India just introduced RuPay contactless function in the RuPay cards. Next is RB extended centralized know your customer registry to legal entities from individual account from April 1, 2021. So in a simple word, you can say this central know your customer registry become the legal entity from the April 1st, 2021, and it is by the RBI. So this is the most important question under the one-liner important points. Next, RBI further extends restriction on the Punjab and Maharashtra Corporation Bank till 31st March 2021. This is again important. The name is important, guys. That is PMC. This bank is recently basically under the bankrupt. That's why RBI put some restrictions related to the funds, and they extended the restrictions of the PMC bank till 31st March of 2021, because firstly they put the restrictions on the June 2020, and they extended these restrictions till the December 2020. Now they are extending till 31st March 2021. So remember, and the bank is important, Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank, and it started in 1984 when Indira Gandhi ji died in 1984, and the CEO is Surinder Pal Singh Ram Singh. So remember, Surinder Pal Singh Ram Singh, the whole name you can remember, and who was earlier the CEO of this bank, that is Shiny Mithbokar. Remember, Shiny Mithabokar, otherwise you can remember only the Shiny, Shiny, Shiny. And where is the headquarters? That is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next, Ministry of Defense organized India Maldives Defense Corporation webinar and expo. And here the country important is Maldives. That country is important for us. And it is just a webinar and the expo which is launched by Ministry of Defense. And you know Ministry of Defense is under Rajnath Singh ji. And Maldives is very important because President is Ibrahim Mohammed Soli, capital is Malé, and currency is Maldivian Rufiya. Rufiya, RUFIYAA. Minister of Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal launched Australia Economic Strategy Report 2020, and this is launched by Piyush Goyal, one and only Minister of the Commerce and Industry. And next, this is related to the Australia Economic Strategy Report. It means just to improve the bilateral relation between India and Australia. And this report is prepared by CII, Confederation of Indian Industries. You can remember the name of the organization. And Confederation of Indian Industry President is Uday Kotak. Remember Uday Kotak. Headquarters is in New Delhi. So guys, we are moving to the 19th December answer, and here was the question of 19th December. Who won Best FIFA Women Player by FIFA's Award 2020? I am talking about women player because men player we already covered this point. That is Robert Lewandowski from the Poland. He is currently the captain of the Poland national football team. And who won Best FIFA Women Player? Best FIFA Women Player is Lucy Bronze. Remember, Lucy Bronze belongs to England team. And who is Yulima Rojas? He is currently the Athlete of the Year. Athlete of the Year, you can remember Yulima Rojas. But you have to remember this Lucy Bronze. He is currently won the Best FIFA Women Player by FIFA Award 2020. Now here is the question of the day. It means 20 and 21st of 20 and 21st of December question of the day. We will answer this question on the 22nd of the video. You can see here, what is the name of DRDO developed system or systems which was recently Rajnath Singh launched, handed over to the chief of 3 armed forces. It means DRDO just developed some type of the system or the systems which is recently handed over by Rajnath ji to the 3 army chiefs or 3 armed forces. And the options are there, and one option is all of this, so you have to check which is right answer. And I am requesting you all the students that you have to comment the right answer in the comment box. So remember, you have to comment the right answer in the comment box, because I am reading all the comments, positive comments, negative comments, but I am implementing only the positive comments. So remember, you have to comment only in the comment box, not in the chat box, that answer of the question of the day. So this is all for today, guys. Please subscribe our channel. Please press the bell button so that you can receive the notification on time. And guys, there is one important request to you. Please like this video after watching this video, because we want 700 plus likes so that we can provide you maximum to maximum videos on the different contents, because it is Affairs Cloud promise that it will boost your confidence in the general awareness section, definitely, because 90% current affairs of your exam is covered by Affairs Cloud. That is the benefit of Affairs Cloud. Thank you guys for watching this video. Take care, goodbye, and be happy always.